let me ask you something. Have you ever, say, nailed a huge project, gotten that promotion you've worked so hard for, or hit a major life goal, only to feel, well, like a total fraud? Like you just got lucky, and any second now everyone's gonna find out you have no idea what you're doing? Okay, let's get into this. Because that feeling, it's way more common than you think. And just understanding it is the first step to beating it. You know that feeling, right? It's kind of like you climb this massive mountain, you finally get to the very top, and instead of taking in that amazing view, you're just panicking. You're convinced you accidentally wore the wrong shoes, and someone's about to call you out on it. You feel like you're just winging it, even when all the evidence says you're crushing it. So, if any of that is ringing a bell, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are so not alone. This isn't some weird quirk you have. It's a shared human experience, and it happens a lot to people who are actually, doing really great things. So, what is this nagging voice in our heads? What's really going on here? Well, psychologists actually have a name for it, and it's this fascinating mental pattern that affects millions and millions of us. It's called imposter syndrome, and the most important word there is pattern. See, it's not a disorder, it's not a disease, it's just a way of thinking. It's a pattern where you chalk up all your wins to things outside of yourself. Oh, it was good timing, or I got lucky, or so and so helped me out, instead of just admitting that you're good at what you do. And here's the crazy part, it hits high achievers the hardest. So, just how common are we talking? Well, get ready for this. Studies estimate that a staggering 70% of people will feel this way at some point in their lives. 70. That is a huge majority of us. Just let that sink in. 70%. That means feeling like an imposter is actually more normal than not feeling like one. It's this invisible thread connecting all of us. Students, CEOs, artists, you name it. If you felt it, you're in the majority. Okay, so if almost everyone feels this way, where does it come from? The most important thing to know is that it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's usually a mix of what's going on in our heads and the world we live in. Let's break down some of the biggest culprits. Perfectionism is a huge one. I mean, if your standard is flawless, you're pretty much always going to feel like you've come up short. Then there's the social comparison trap, pressures from our family growing up, and even this weird brain thing called hedonic adaptation, which is just a fancy way of saying we get used to our own successes super fast, so they stop feeling like a big deal. And out of all those factors, perfectionism is usually the number one driver. It's that relentless internal pressure to be perfect that really fuels that not good enough feeling. And right behind it, yep, that habit of constantly comparing ourselves to other people. And let's be real about that comparison trap for a second. We're all scrolling through our phones, comparing our messy, chaotic, behind-the-scenes life with all its doubts and struggles to everyone else's perfectly polished highlight reel. It's a game you just can't win, and it tricks our brains into thinking we're the only ones barely holding it together. So you might be thinking, okay, so what? A little self-doubt, what's the big deal? Well, when this way of thinking goes unchecked, it starts to have some pretty serious hidden costs that can mess with our work, our health, and just our overall happiness. And the fallout is real. We're talking increased anxiety, even depression. It can make you shy away from huge opportunities, like saying no to a promotion because you don't feel ready. It can lead to total burnout from overworking yourself just to prove you deserve to be there. It can even put a strain on your relationships. It's just a really heavy weight to carry around all the time. Okay, I know that was all a bit heavy, but this is where we turn a corner. Here's the good news. Since this is just a mental pattern, it means we can change it. Patterns can be broken. There are actual practical things you can do to start feeling like the capable person you already are. And I love this quote because it's the perfect way to think about what's next. You don't have to wait until you feel confident to get started. It's the other way around. You take small actions, and that's what actually builds the confidence. So what can you do? First, just learn to spot the thought and name it. When that voice starts talking, just go, oh, hey, there's my imposter brain again. Just calling it out takes away its power. Second, track your wins. Forget your to-do list for a minute, start a done list. Write down what you accomplished, big or small. It gives your brain actual evidence of your competence. And third, practice some self-compassion. Seriously, would you talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself? Probably not. All right, 2 more for you. Number 4, actively reframe your successes. When something goes well, don't just say, I got lucky. Ask yourself, okay, what skills did I use to make this happen? You've got to own it. And finally, build habits for growth. That just means start. Just take one small step, especially when you don't feel ready. Action is the ultimate cure for doubt. So, let's just end on the one simple truth that your imposter brain tries so hard to hide from you. The reality is, you're doing so much better than you think. And I want to leave you with this question, a little challenge. Forget about tomorrow's to-do list or yesterday's mistakes. Right now, what is one win, big or small, that you can truly 100% own today?